It is garden time, and I mentioned earlier that I was going to use the Whispering Wishing Well as the main feature in the garden, so I think it's only fitting that I start by placing that. So I'm just going to put this one in the middle, of course, because everything has to be in the middle and nicely lined up and perpendicular and all that. So we'll plop it right there, I think. And now I'm going to put a path in. Find a good texture to use for a path, maybe starter soil? No. Scratchy, maybe. Too hot to trot? What does that look like? Yeah, I like that one. That'll do. So something along the lines of I'll just go round there and then like an oval type. Right around like that. Now this is my favourite part, actually putting all the plants together. So what I have learned about doing my landscaping in here is that you want to use a lot, and I mean a lot, of different plants. Different colours, change the angles on them a bit, and use free placement so you can kind of stack them on top of each other. That makes the most realistic looking garden. So as you can see here, I've already started putting a lot together. It also, unfortunately, makes my houses really, really expensive. So when I first came in, like this one, this place when I first loaded it up today was only worth 13,000, and now already with this tiny bit of gardening I've done here, it's up to 45. So it's no surprise that by the time I've finished decorating, I'll have no Sims in the neighbourhood actually wealthy enough to be able to afford to live here. But minor detail, and we shall carry on. So I'm just going to keep on stacking up the different plants. Where is those ones I've been using? There we go. Again, I am using some custom content here, so some of these plants you might actually recognise from older Sims games. And these have been converted for The Sims 4 by some of the artists on ModTheSims. So great work on their part. It's good to have some of these plants back in the game again. Where are we at here? So I want quite a large centerpiece in the middle here. Not sure. That's kind of too well kept looking. I want something a bit more wild than that. Maybe I could have a really big hydrangea in the middle. Or what else have we got here? What's that? That's an interesting kind of tree. Not really what I'm looking for though. Whoa, too huge. Little purple one. No, maybe not a tree. Maybe it needs to be more of a... I could have a really big one of those. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm after. Something like that, and then maybe... No. No. Stay with me, not all my ideas are this crazy, I promise. There's that? That's kind of cool, but I do want to just move it around a little bit. Yeah, should go with that. And then plants all around. So just keep on placing them, lots of different angles, different colours, be as random with it as you like. The less precise it is, the better. It does get hard to keep it up after a while though, but you can see how awesome this is looking. All the different colours and everything all blended together. Right, so after a disturbing amount of planting and an increase in value of quite a bit, I now have my garden centrepiece finished. So I love the colours and all of this. This is why I enjoy doing it so much. It just makes it so lively, and suddenly it's gone from being just a couple of buildings on a lot to something really, really detailed and special. I can almost smell the flowers just looking at it. Well, okay, maybe not, but you know what I mean. So I've used a combination of all different plants here. Some of them from the garden stuff pack, which I just recently installed. Really, really nice plants in there. Some of them were the custom content that I mentioned earlier, and then others like this long grass with the lilies in it around the middle here is actually just a standard one. This one here that I have made bigger into more of a ground cover as opposed to a flower bed. I think that works quite well. And then we've got the well over there. So that's kind of the basics of it. However, of course, I want to fill this out a bit more. So I like to have everything on the lot kind of occupied in some way or used. So I'll probably add some more to these sort of areas shortly. Oops, what have I done here? Picked up some random grass by accident. All good gardens need a fountain of some kind. So let's have a look at fountains. Where's the big soapy one? Oh my goodness, you can have waterfall walls now. I did not know that. That doesn't go here at all, but that's awesome to know. Okay, fountain. Show me everything that's a fountain. Except maybe that. It's a chocolate fountain. Don't think that belongs here. Well, that's cute. I like that one. That can go over there. I think I'm going to leave the garden for now and work a little bit on my room layout inside the buildings here. So front door obviously is this side, back door is that side. So what do we need? We need to have somewhere to cook meals. We need a bathroom, at least one bathroom, bedroom, and then some sort of sundry room for whatever kind of entertainment they're going to have. Might decorate this one in really old style furniture, sort of in keeping with the theme of the place, with minimal use of electronics where possible. So probably no big screen TV in here. Let's have a look at fireplaces. Yeah, that's what I meant. I have so many custom fireplaces. This is a set I got just recently off the Sims resource. It's called Medieval Bakery, which I think would be perfect for in here. So it comes with a nice authentic fireplace. I'm not sure what the difference is here between... Oh, it's the chimney height, okay. So, yeah, I've used the right one there. The only difference between low and medium is the height of the chimney. So let's have a look at the other things in that set. Or indeed anything with that tag on it, really. It came with big piles of straw and stuff, which actually might be useful outside rather than inside. It's got a little tub. And bakery sign. It's meant for making a shop, as you can tell. Display shelves and stuff. Gotta have some logs. Barrel. What else have we got? I should make a barn just so I can use all this stuff. That looks kind of interesting. So let's make this into the kitchen, because that would sort of make sense given what we just put in there. So, oh cool, these stoves are usable. Wow. Actually, I've decided something. Let's not have two fireplaces, let's have the stove at the other end, because that makes sense. And then what should I use for a kitchen bench though? So if they don't have a bench, this is not going to work so well. You can't really chop food without some kind of... What is that? It's a nut. Ugh, no. What does that look like? Actually, what I need to do is just put some lights in. And I usually just bung ceiling lights in, even if I then swap them out later, just because they give the best distribution of lighting so that I can actually see what I'm doing to decorate in here. So maybe I can find some that at least look like candles or something. Try those. And I usually like to make it dark while I do that. Right, and I'll do some down here as well so that I can see what's going on, even if I then replace them later with something less. Tower could probably use some too. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to put in the tower at the moment in terms of furniture. Look, I like the way you can see the light through the windows. Okay, that should help a bit. Now I can see what I'm doing. Back to our kitchen bench thing. Oops. And then there's only one fridge for this job. It's going to have to be that one. Unless... No. No, definitely not that one. This one, I think. In black. Yeah. Hopefully that will function okay. I don't know what it looks like when they use it. Does it light up or anything? I bet it's one of those stoves that you can't actually put things in the oven as well, so if I tell them to make a cake, they won't be able to. They'll have to go to a restaurant or a community lot to do that. Not the end of the world. Oh, sink. Must have a sink. But what kind of sink? It'd be really nice if there was a big tub that I could put in here. Almost like that. Only not that, because that's very odd. Just have to be a normal sink. And then what about some other things? Have we got some cupboards that match that stuff, I wonder? Forgotten what that was called. It was something modular. Modular cabinet? No, it wasn't that one. Ooh, quite like that though. Yeah, I could do that. I'd actually like, could I do that? Yeah, my walls are so high that I don't seem to be able to finish a sentence. Kind of like that, although I mustn't forget actually, I've got no windows in this house, so I should put some windows in before I go any further with this. I think I might need one there, so I'll take those out and I'll make it daytime again. And put the walls up and let's go window shopping. Literally. Now when I did this earlier, I thought these ones would look good, so let's put these in. I think they look most like the ones in... Actually, no, the ones in the picture were more square than that. They were almost more like that. Shutters on them even, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I quite like those. I'm not sure why earlier I was so obsessed with not being able to put windows over the stairs, because of course I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Those will be the only windows I have, because the rest of it's underground. So there we go. I should put a railing on here, or at least maybe I should do a half wall, because I really don't want them to fall down the stairs. So if I just moved my windows up just a tiny bit, it would make sense. Yep. And yeah, you know what, I thought that was too low anyway. So up we go. Let's check it looks okay from outside. Yeah, that's fine. So there's our kitchen. Now what can I get them to sit on? I'll worry about appliances and stuff later. I have changed the table to the, oops, the Forest Hut set, which is another Sims resource set created by Severinka, if I remember correctly. Another cool set. It's apart from the dining table and chairs, it's also got a fridge and a bed. It's made for like a log cabin, but it fits in well here also. And then I did indeed put the the hay around the place, so we've got hay on the floor there, nice bearskin rug in front of the fireplace, the llama game table here, and then I've got more of the bakery shelving, pile of hay in the corner, and some big tall shelves on either side of the fireplace. Hopefully they will be able to walk around there and down the stairs. If not, I may have to move that barrel out of the way. It looks like it should be okay from here because I think they actually only need about half a square to walk on, but yeah, we'll see when I finally move somebody in here whether that works or not. Hopefully it will. If it doesn't, I'll just put the barrel there. So that's my kitchen and living area done. So downstairs I'm going to need to have a bathroom and bedroom or bedrooms. So let's see about the best way to divide this up. That little corner there can only be a toilet, because that's just what you put in corners like that. So let's see. Quite a large. I'll wall it off like that, I think. And then so what do we need? For a double bed you need to have at least 4 squares wide, so I think I'll go like across there, so that's one bedroom. And then you can actually have a second bedroom here. In some ways I feel like the house is too small to actually have 2 bedrooms, especially as there's not really a lot of room for them to move up here. Although they've got all this outdoor space to enjoy, and whatever I decide to put in the tower, which ideas so far would be to have a library, maybe a sauna of some sort. Not because that necessarily makes sense in a tower, but just because it would be a cool room to have up there. Games room with dartboard, chess table and stuff. I'm kind of wondering whether there should be another bedroom way out there somewhere, just because. I need to think of something special to put in that pinnacle bit too. But I'll come back to that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, and let's not go too far underground either. So yeah, I think I can keep it like that. It should be alright. And then there's that door I've been using everywhere, which I think is that one. Oh, it's only round on one side though. That's odd. Very odd. And it's got windows in it. Can't possibly have that into a bathroom. Where's a more solid one? Is that even the right colour? No. It's a very large door to be using inside. Go, gotta have doors. Technically you're supposed to have railings on staircases too, but I'm not going to. They'll just have to be smart enough not to fall off the stairs. So many bedrooms here, different beds rather. It'd be quite challenging to find one that suits though. Most of my furniture is really, really modern. I don't often build this kind of stuff. My master bedroom is now decorated, so I have used a combination of all kinds of stuff here. So most of the furniture is from the Dream Life set. So the bed rather, the dresser, the tables, plants, that curtain thing, which is really, really cool, hanging over the top of the bed there, and the mirror are all from that set. And then over here I've used a combination of all kinds of things. So I've got some different plants, the ladder against the wall. Then the sofa actually comes with the base game, but then I've got this huge collection now of decorative cushions and blankets and things, and I like to mix and match them to create really unique pieces, so that's what I've done here. And then this is actually a window box, but I've put it on top of the dresser to make it look like a big ornamental plant. Again, just makes it a little bit different. And I actually quite like these candles, so I'm going to keep them here for now. Maybe not in every room, but this room I like them, so they can stay. And now we need to move on to the next room, so I'll do the bathroom next. I don't like bathrooms very much, but you've got to have them, otherwise Sims get very stinky and make a big mess on the floor, and we don't want that. So let's find a nice ordinary bog, shall we? Nothing fancy, just a standard sort of bog. A raw bog, maybe, or an old-time antique toilet. Yeah, that sounds about right. They should be thankful they have a toilet, really. I mean, they hadn't really been invented yet when this building was originally made, right? And then I can have some kind of sink, laundry sink. That was a cool set, but it's not appropriate here. This is the Ophelia set. I don't think there's much in it, but I'll just have a quick look in case it's... Actually, it's got... Why didn't I see that when I looked in the bathroom search before? Actually, that's really cool. I want to use... Oh, there's no toilet with it, that's right. That's alright though, I can work with that. So instead of having that, that does not make sense. That's so close to the mirror, it would actually set the wall on fire. I like that better, but what I'm going to do, so that I've got a bit more space to play with, is just drag this way. And then I can have my bathtub, which I actually really like, over here. I haven't used this set before, so it's quite exciting. Probably supposed to go there. There we go, I don't have to use that one now, I can use this one. So that goes with it. Coming together nicely. So that just leaves this room here, which should really be some kind of child's bedroom, or at least a spare bedroom. I'm having trouble finding the right plant for on this table, because it's kind of an empty corner, so it needs to be space occupying. But at the same time, like a lot of these ones here, That's small, but then when you make it big it starts to stick through the wall, so it needs to be small but large. I think the correct term is medium. I'm sure the perfect plant is out there, I just haven't come across it yet. It also needs to be in a suitable style pot as well. It doesn't look too out of place in this setting. Why won't that one go on the table? It's not fair. Whoa, too big. It's kind of nice. But I'm not sure how to make it not stick through the wall. And then other ones that I like won't go on the table. That doesn't really suit anyway. That one is okay. It's not quite as tall as I would have liked, but I can live with that. It brings a bit of colour into the room. Yeah, I can handle that. So, yeah, this is what I've got in here so far. It's a little bit hard to see. That's not really on the right angle. Not totally happy with this room yet. It needs some more work. This might actually be where I put the one and only computer in the house as well. That one. Because, yeah, have to have one of those. Put the walls down, then I can actually see what's going on a bit better. Could use some... Actually, as much as I don't like them, I kind of need to put some kids' toys in here. That so doesn't go. The reason being that it makes it so much easier to make friends with them. If you invite a bunch of kids over and you put them all in a group and then you use the play together option on toys, even if there aren't enough toys for them all to play with, the relationship just starts going up rapidly. You only have to do it for a few minutes with the group and suddenly they've got enough friends to fulfill all their social aspiration and get that done really easily. So I like to make use of that. Just wish there was a better way of... I guess I could put the toys on the table, that would be alright. Wouldn't look too horrible. Yeah, that's alright. Let's see about a nice painting from that wall. Could just put a few posters up, I suppose. It's not really in keeping with the theme here. Actually, these ones are nice. Custom content again, I'm sorry. Ooh, actually I like those too. So easy to get distracted. But yeah, I want that in here too. Kind of there. What's that? Oh, fake window. When you don't like being underground, why not just put a pretend window in there and give yourself the feeling of being not underground. No, I think I've kind of... Okay, one there. There's a limit to how many more of those I can do. Of course, I probably shouldn't really be putting paintings on the walls until I've painted the walls, because if I then pick a busy wall pattern, the paintings might not look any good anymore. But I guess I can take them out later if that happens. So, not entirely happy with the kids' room. Maybe it would look better with a rug. Some more straw. Oh, straw's tiny. Oh yeah, that's right. I made it bigger upstairs. I remember now. Rugs, 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 rugs. Sometimes rugs are not hugely easy either. No, worry about that later. So it's coming along nicely. I love this garden. I keep going back and having another look at the garden. It's so cool. Be sure to check out part 3 where I'll be decorating more of the interior and adding the finishing touches. Thanks for watching.